Did you ever wonder why schools teach us about the Pythagorean theorem, but not how to manage our money? We spend years learning about history, science, and literature, but when it comes to personal finance, we're often left in the dark. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be talking about why our education system doesn't teach us about money and how we can break free from the rat race. Many of us leave school feeling unprepared to handle our finances. We don't know how to budget, save, or invest. It's like being thrown into the deep end without knowing how to swim. But don't worry, it's never too late to learn. The good news is that we can change this. Are you ready to learn the lessons that schools never taught us? Let's get started. Let's start with budgeting. It's like the foundation of a house. Without it, everything else falls apart. A budget helps you understand how much you're earning and where it's all going. Think of it as a roadmap for your finances. Creating a budget might sound boring, but it can be quite eye-opening. You might be surprised to see where your money is actually going. Are you spending more on takeaways than you thought? Or maybe you're shelling out a fortune on subscription services you barely use. A budget helps you spot these patterns and make changes. It's not about depriving yourself, but about making conscious choices with your money. The key is to make sure your expenses don't exceed your income. It might feel restrictive at first, but over time, you'll find that a budget actually gives you more freedom. Now that we've got our budget sorted, let's talk about saving and investing. Saving is like planting a seed. You put a little bit aside regularly, and over time, it grows into something bigger. Investing, on the other hand, is like nurturing that seed into a mighty oak tree. It has the potential to grow your money even more, but it also comes with some risks. A good rule of thumb is to save at least 10% of your income. The important thing is to make saving a habit. When you invest, you're putting your money to work. The goal is for your money to grow over time. One of the best ways to start investing is through a stocks and shares ISA. Even small amounts can grow into something significant over time. Now, let's talk about something that sounds a bit dull, but is actually quite magical: compound interest. It's like a superpower for your money, and it's one of the most important concepts in finance. Albert Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. It's when you earn interest not just on your initial investment, but also on the interest you've already earned. The key to making compound interest work for you is time. The earlier you start saving or investing, the more time your money has to grow. Remember, when it comes to compound interest, you want to be earning it, not paying it. Next up is good debt versus bad debt. Know the difference. Now, let's tackle a tricky topic: debt. Most of us have been taught that all debt is bad, but that's not entirely true. There's good debt and bad debt, and knowing the difference can make a huge impact on your financial health. Good debt is like a ladder. It helps you climb to a better financial position. Bad debt, on the other hand, is like quicksand. It can drag you down and make it hard to get ahead. A mortgage is often considered good debt. Credit card debt is a classic example of bad debt, especially if you're only making minimum payments. The key is to use debt wisely. By understanding the difference between good and bad debt, you can make smarter financial decisions and set yourself up for a brighter financial future. Next on our list is assets versus liabilities building wealth. Let's discuss another crucial concept that schools often overlook: assets and liabilities. Simply put, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket, while a liability takes money out of your pocket. Building wealth is all about increasing your assets and minimizing your liabilities. Stocks, bonds, and mutual funds that pay dividends or increase in value are assets. Liabilities, on the other hand, are things that cost you money. Your car, despite being valuable, is usually a liability because it requires ongoing expenses like fuel, insurance, and maintenance. The path to building wealth is to focus on acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities. Over time, as your assets grow, they can generate income that you can use to acquire more assets. By focusing on building assets and minimizing liabilities, you're setting yourself up for long-term financial success. Next on our list is practical steps to financial literacy. Now that we've covered some key financial concepts, let's talk about practical steps you can take to improve your financial literacy. First, start educating yourself. Read books on personal finance. Blogs and podcasts are also fantastic resources. Don't be afraid to ask questions too. Next, put what you're learning into practice. Start by creating a budget if you haven't already. Track your income and expenses for a month. Then set some financial goals. Another practical step is to start investing, even if it's just a small amount. Remember, improving your financial literacy is a journey, not a destination. Finally, taking control of your financial future. As we wrap up our financial journey, let's talk about the most important step. Taking control of your financial future. First, believe in yourself. You are capable of understanding and managing your finances. Next, make a plan. Based on what you've learned, set some financial goals for yourself. Don't be afraid to seek help when you need it. Consider talking to a financial advisor, especially for big decisions like buying a house or planning for retirement. Lastly, share what you've learned with others. Talk to your friends and family about money. By discussing these topics openly, we can help break the taboo around money and encourage more people to take control of their finances. Remember, financial freedom isn't about being rich. It's about having control over your money, rather than letting it control you. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tips on personal finance and success. Until next time, stay financially savvy.